everyone, I'm Dr. Arlene and welcome to my channel, Arlene's Garden. It's February in the garden and I have been preparing my beds for spring planting. So today I am going to prepare these two beds for my cucumbers. This is where I'm going to put my cucumbers. So let's get started with that. The first thing that I'm going to do is remove the mulch. So let's do that right now. Now, the mulch keeps the soil cool or warm, depending on your weather. But it provides covering for the soil. And I use straw. I use clean straw. And I get as much as I can off, but it's okay if some gets left behind because it will decompose and provide nutrients for the soil. So it's okay if some is left behind. So now these beds will be great for my cucumbers. Okay, just going to break the soil up just a little bit, not too much. Okay. Now, I noticed that this soil is a little tight. It's a little tighter than I want it to be. I want it to be a little more loose so that it will drain well. Cucumbers need very well draining soil. So I'm going to put a little bit of perlite on top just to make sure the soil, oh, that's a lot, but that's okay. I'm going to also add some worm castings. Worm castings have good microbes that will help to break down the nutrients in the soil. Okay. Get it in there, mixed in there nice. Make sure the soil is draining well. Okay. Okay. Now, basically, the worm castings are inoculating the soil with the microbes that will help to make the soil more nutritious for the plants. Okay, so all right. Okay, now mix this up in there really well. I want the soil to be nice and loose. And I noticed that it was a little tighter than I felt like it should be, a little more compacted. So I added the perlite to loosen it up. I added the worm castings to provide microbes that will help to inoculate the soil so the soil will be ready to plant. Okay. Now, I'm getting ready for spring planting, so I'm also going to put a little composted manure in here. It also helps make the soil nice and loose. Trench. All those microbes and organisms will work their way through the soil, and by spring, when it's time to plant, the soil will be ready to receive my beautiful cucumbers. Yeah, it was a little bit more compacted than I wanted it to be. So, adding the perlite and the manure will loosen it up, add some organic matter to the soil from the manure, and aeration from the perlite. And that's what we want. We want organic matter for nutrition, and we want well-draining soil. Okay, and so I believe we've got that. So I added perlite, composted manure, and earthworm castings to these beds to get them ready for spring planting. I think I'm going to add a little bit more raised bed soil for this one. Okay. Still a little bit too tight down here. Okay. Now, I hate making a mess. Okay, now I'll just put a little bit more raised bed soil in this one as well. Yeah, it's a lot of work preparing the soil for spring planting. ensuring ensuring there's nutrition for the soil and the plants, ensuring that it's aerated and well draining, and ensuring that it's nice and loose. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and put this mulch back on top. That way the soil doesn't dry out, it stays moist, and then when I'm ready to plant, I'll just pull back the mulch again, add some more amendments to the planting hole, and plant my wonderful cucumbers. Okay, and again, the mulch will keep the soil from drying out. And since I'm going to be planting cucumbers in this bed, they will need a structure to stabilize them. They need something to climb on. So I'm going to use these obelisks for them to climb on. Okay. Now, I have prepared these 2 small beds for my cucumbers. I'll plant 4 cucumber plants in there, 1 on each pole for support. So, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining me while I showed you how I prepare my beds for spring planting. Thank you, and God bless.